left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the game there. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
What you draw quarter?
Now Rashad Penny. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. On the run, it's Penny. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you. Check. Fresno.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Set 18 Gator. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They go back to the ground now with Penny, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
2nd and 9 now. Completes it to Jennings. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. try and run forward with Penny. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Second and goal at the Bucs 15-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Hey, orbit.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
A 32-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
We look for signals.
So that'll back them up 5.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Watch the screen. Alert, 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 alert.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Watch the run, watch the run.
Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
At the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. This is Geis. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for Eric.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
47, check back 47. So we got man.
Wilson to throw on third down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Buccaneers' 35-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Penny, the first down carry.
It's run, baby, it's run.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Yeah, baby.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This is Penny. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Ready? 18, Gator. Watch time, watch time. Tight end roll, tight end roll.
We got 4.
5.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Haywood. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Wilson. To throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Second and long. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and now it's third down.
Here we go. 8, read. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. Yeah.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Go.
55, Mike, got 55. You.
They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10.
Mike's 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. What we got?
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
At the 46-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Bravo.
Three down. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Let's go.
Hey, check Mike. Watch 55.
You got nothing.
They'll throw now on the final play. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Brings up third and inches.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Come on, D.
Second and 6. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
After the penalty, it's Penny. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Ready?
They'll toss it to Penny. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Fine.
He'll drop to throw. And it's caught by Jennings. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. Even. 4 down. Even.
Let's go.
Penny. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. That 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Here we go. Set. 60 or. 50. Hey, Delta.
You have to get tired of seeing me. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I'm coming.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
And the Seahawks.
On the ready.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Silver.
Now back to throw. They set up the screen to Penny. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
On the set.
Mike 5-4. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Check 52.
2nd and 14. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Let's see what you got.
Hey, Mike 7.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming.
They'll look to throw here. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Myers' kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
12.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic.
Check Mike.
Here's Wilson. Going to throw again. He completes it to Evans. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come on, boys. You better be ready.
Wilson. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Good job right there.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Push him back.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go on, D.
And they'll run it again with Penny. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Quick to edge. Come. Get it.
They'll look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Seattle.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
This is Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Pick it up. Watch twist on travel.
They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And some room to roam now. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
Who that? Who that? Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Shoot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Check pass. Check pass.
On the draw, this is Penny. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Set up. 18 Gator.
54 Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Set up.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here with Penny. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Seahawks on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. Jennings lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And that'll set them back 5.
Oh, we got it. We got it. Good job, Dean. Good job, Dean.
To try here for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Next, the score, Seahawks 19, Buccaneers 7.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Seahawks take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Seahawks on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
I'm here all day. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Looking to throw. And Jennings has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now it's Penny. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Weapon.
Again, it's Penny. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The outlaw.
54, right 54. Target. Hey,
Two.
Mike 54. Mike 52.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, exit.
Hey, check right. Watching your guard.
Hey, pick your game up.
On play action, they'll throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Ready to break.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Echo.
24 is the mic. Blue Dan.
From the gun, Fitzgerald, and this is caught by Evans. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on 2nd down, Fitzgerald. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a 2nd guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
Ready.
Now it's Penny running right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On third down, Carson. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next? And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing after the interception. Fitzgerald. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Chris Jones able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Seahawks, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.